We're back with our guests who are, in my opinion, heroes of 9/11. They tell us that when their duty calls, it kicks right in, as they told us. And I'm very grateful that you're here. And before we go on, I want you to know that we attempted on this program, as you know, this is a class here at Lehman College, and my students attempted very much to bring in, to participate on this segment with us, people from the medical monitoring program that is monitoring the health of many of the rescuers on that day. And for some reason, they didn't come. They made it kind of hard for us to get them here, so we tried. And in fact, I apologize to you guys because we had asked you to come 2 weeks ago, and we delayed this taping because we wanted to give the program an opportunity to send somebody. They did not. I figured that we wanted to at least give them a fair shot at coming, and they're not here. And I found it kind of peculiar because my students spoke to them, and then I spoke to them myself to make sure that they understood that we were inviting them to discuss a serious subject here. And basically they were very concerned about what you guys were going to talk about. What are they suffering from? What are their illnesses? Do any of them have cancer? So they were very uptight, I sense, over the phone, talking to this one lady who I spoke to. And I'm wondering why that is. If there is a program meant to deal with this problem, they should be willing to come on and explain what the program is all about. Sure. What is your experience, Abraham? Tell us what your experience is with the program and your health situation again.
To me, the program has been very helpful. I'm in the Bellevue Hospital program, and the first time I went, they give you a series of tests to take urine, blood, and they gave me a breathing test. And the results came back a few weeks later, and it said that my breathing for a male, black, 31 years of old, is not normal. So I went back for a series of tests. They put me in an oxygen boot. They had me breathe into all of these various devices, and the results came back the same. It was my breathing is not normal for a male, black, 31 years of age.
And you said you don't smoke?
I don't smoke. I don't drink. And then they gave me a CAT scan. They gave me all of these tests, and it's still coming back. So they're still trying to figure out why my lungs are not at a normal level for a male my age.
But you believe it has something to do with the stuff that you were breathing there?
Definitely, because there was smoke, there was JP5 fuel, there was dead bodies, there was all types of stuff in the air that never knew until later on we found out. Because as you said, once duty calls, everything else is on the back burner and you just respond. And then later on, you deal with the consequences.
Raul, tell us about your health problems.
I went down to the Walter Escana health screening as well, and they did the same battery of chest x-ray, everything, and I was diagnosed with chronic sinusitis. It feels like I have got, instead of a normal sinus, I've got cement back behind my eyes. It's very hard to breathe sometimes. I get snoring a lot, and it's just very difficult sometimes. And you have to, they give you antihistamines or whatever, but it's only a temporary fix at best. And I have a feeling, like many others, we're going to be suffering from these illnesses for the rest of our lives, and God knows what. I hope I don't get anything, but God knows what else will be developing 10, 15, 20 years down the line. Who knows? And to say the least, I am worried. I have 2 children, and I don't wish to leave orphans behind, and it's always on the back of your mind, no matter, what anybody says. You never know what exactly you were breathing down there, because that little cloth paper mask that they gave us, that was, tissue paper. It was garbage, What can I say?
Jose, tell me about your health. How are you doing?
Right now, I did the same battery test they did at Mount Sinai. I was diagnosed with severe sleep apnea. I've had to sleep 2 times down then at the clinic to monitor my breathing. And when I found out what it was, because I didn't know, they told me you have sleep apnea, Even before the doctors told me, a friend of mine, who's also a police officer, from the symptoms that I told him, I said I woke up choking in the middle of the night. I've had it 5 times. He said, that's sleep apnea, and I was like, what is that? Never heard of it. And when I went back to Mount Sinai, and the doctor told me about it, I was like, whoa.
So what is it? Explain to us what it is.
Sleep apnea is you like I snore. Then what it does, when you're diagnosed with it, it just increases, and you can, in the middle of the night when you're sleeping, you're snoring. By increasing to a certain level, you stop breathing. So when you wake up, it's like somebody's
out of breath.
right, and the only way that I was able to breathe was I had some halls, the cough drops, right next to my bed, and I just happened to put one, and the mentor was able to give me a moment to breathe. And like Raul said,
Sounds like something very scary here. Waking up in the middle of the night.
it happened to me
choking.
5 times.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky that I didn't die in the middle of the night. So, like you said, thank God, and hopefully they could help us.
Are they giving you
live
some
with it.
kind of treatment to prevent this from happening? Is there any kind of medicine or anything that you're taking for this?
They gave me some nasal inhalers to help me. They've helped me, but for right now, it's just like Rose said. It's a temporary thing. Let's see if hopefully none of us have anything further worse than we do have.
Sergio, tell me about your health. How are you doing?
Well, if I start with my health, we're gonna have to do another show. Honestly, I've always been athletic. I play high school, college ball. Always worked out. And after 9/11, my health just changed. When I went for the testing, it was it's going on 1.5 years now, because I just went that one time. They never called me. Now they tested me. They did some breathing tests, and they stated that I had the lungs capacity of a 50-year-old person.
How old are you?
Right now, I'm 18. I'm 32 years old right now.
Okay.
But for 32-year-old, I've always jogged 5, 6, 7 miles. I never had a problem. I got chronic sinus. My breathing capacity is not great. I'm usually suffocating. I have anywhere from high blood pressure, getting chest pains that I never had before, chronic headaches that I never had before. It's like all these illnesses just coming into play. And I believe that it's related to the 9/11 because I didn't have those illnesses before. So when I went over there 1.5 years ago, I explained to them that these situations were occurring. And, it was 1.5 years ago. I never got any answers. I called them last month, and I explained to them. I said, listen, I went for the testing. I'm having all these illnesses. I'm having all this problem. And they just getting, as time goes by, it's worse. What you going to do about it?
So what do you guys think the city, the government, the federal government, everybody should be doing in terms of monitoring this, treating you guys? I mean, it's like the guys that come back from the wars, who are, have been exposed to different things.
Well,
same thing is happening to firefighters and police officers in New York, right?
What happened, they made a statement that the air was cleaned down in 9/11.
They
So
lied.
now for
They
them
lied.
to go back now,
All these lawsuits
Like they're
coming
lying.
out.
Right.
and just the guy that recently passed away,
Mhm.
now they're saying that he didn't die from 9/11.
Yeah.
He was abusing drugs.
Right, I was just reading about him today.
So-
Yeah, and I think personally, I think that was disgraceful. What was said. It's that should never have been said.